Mix One Essentials.
Thank you for joining in to Mix One Essentials. You get that level for me? Mix One Essentials, if you haven't tuned in before, we're a streaming and distribution platform. Visit mix1essentials.com. Shop the latest merch, Mix One Essentials hats, sweatsuit, sweatshirts, hoodies, etc. Tees, blah, blah, blah. We got Lalo right here next to me.
Yo,
He's
what up?
the tastemaker. He makes all the playlists. He puts it all together, gets the vibe right for you all. Anyway, we'll skip all the other stuff and go straight to it. I got my guy, AbelMixedIt.
Yo, what up, everybody?
Dez.
Yo.
Talk right into that mic for me. Man, AbelMixedIt. Shit.
What's
What
up,
a
bro?
good name. How you doing?
Good, bro. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I'm happy to have you here right now.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you being here.
So, since everyone, if they don't know you, they probably do. But tell them about yourself. What does Abel do?
Yeah, so if you guys don't know me and you guys are unfamiliar with me, I'm basically a mixing engineer out of Clearwater, St. Pete area, located in Florida. If you guys aren't watching in Florida, just so you guys know where that is. I started off engineering about 10 years ago out of the extra room in my house, and then ended up owning my own studio this year. I work with mad artists out of the St. Pete, Clearwater area and Tampa area. Work with a few different celebrities and everything to kind of get my name out there. And so far, I built a career out of all this. So if you guys don't know me, again, I'm a recording and mixing engineer out of St. Pete, Clearwater area.
What's your studio called?
Summit Audio Recordings.
You
With
gotta
my
get
man Jasper.
all the plugs in.
Yeah, all the plugs, man. Instagram, Summit Audio Recordings. And then on Instagram, at AbelMixedIt, AbelMixedIt.
Fire. Des, what about you? What are you doing?
Currently I am an intern in training to be an engineer with AbelMixedIt right here.
That's perfect.
I just started a couple months ago, but I've been producing beats for about a good 2 years.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Shoot. Abel, you were saying you worked with some big artists. Who are some people you worked with? What have you done?
So a few just last year, on the top of my list that everybody will know, Young Thug, YNW Melly, French Montana, Two Pistols, Gucci, Carrie Hilson, June's Diary, who else? Arsenal, the battle rapper.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Damn, who else did I work with last year? I don't remember. I worked with a lot of people. That's the craziest shit. Oh yeah, Lil Keed. Lil
You worked
got it
with
too.
Lil Keed?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's funny because
snap.
him and Cheeks did a record together. And let me see what the name is. Let me plug Cheeks real quick.
Wow.
So my guy Cheeks, I owe a lot to him. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have worked with Thug. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have worked with Lil Keed. Little Got It. I'm technically not supposed to say this, so you know what I'm saying, but fuck it anyways, we're gonna do it.
You heard it
So
here
my
first.
man Frenchie, we got a record with Lil Got It that's due to come out pretty soon. It's not out yet. I'm not gonna say the title, but just know we do have a record with Lil Got It on the way. But the record with Cheeks and Little Keed is way up, and that was crazy. I got the phone call. He was like, "Hey, I got this artist that we're gonna be putting on the song. I'm not gonna tell you the name, but we're gonna put it on it." I'm like, "All right, well, if I don't know the name of the artist, I'm not sending you the open verse." Like, that's the type of relationship we have. So I ended up finding out the name of the artist, Lil Keed, and sent it to him, and then we had the verse back like in 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Yeah, it was crazy how fast it got done.
Damn.
Like, I've never had an artist send me a session, and it was like, "Yeah, we'll send you the session." And we sent him the session, and then 30 minutes later, it's like, "Hey, it's in your email." It's like, no way. Like, no fucking way. And then I
You're
open
like,
my email, and it's like,
refresh.
oh, shit. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
oh, shit, it's there. Like, it's really there.
Wow.
And then, yeah, that was crazy. After that, everything kind of just took off.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Did you? Tell me if I'm wrong. I feel like I saw this. Did you spend some time with Melly in the studio?
Yeah, I did.
How was that?
Melly's
Fuck with
cool.
Melly. I don't know.
Yeah,
him,
no,
but
Melly's
shoot.
cool. It was kind of different just seeing his process. I don't want to speak too much on his process just because I don't know if anybody knows his process and if they want
That's
it
fair.
known. You know what I'm saying? But he has a very different process. The one thing I can say is, like, he doesn't write, like, period. Like, he'll go in and, man, fuck it. He'll go in and he'll do 3 takes. Like, he'll rap over the whole beat, like the entire 3-4 minute beat 3
Okay.
times. And then he'll listen to each take like 4 or 5 times, and then he'll pick it apart. and then his management will come in and they'll be like, yo, you need to redo those takes, like, and then get better takes, and then he'll go back in, do the same thing, come back out, and then they put it together and piece it. And it's a crazy process.
Wow, that's incredible.
After that, he just kind of sits in the corner and
Yeah.
he just lets you do your thing. Like, he's one of the artists that, like, I enjoy working with, just because it's like when he's in there, he does his job and he gets the fuck out. Like, other than that, it's just I rap, I sit in the corner and let the engineer. That's it. Like, and that's the type of artist that I love working with, because then it lets us do our job and we're free to create, and
Yeah,
there's really
yeah.
no like external pressure brought in from the outside world. It's
Yeah,
just
that's
like,
perfect.
yeah, it's literally a perfect situation. So
Damn, that's the best thing, when people let you just do what you need to do and let your vision come to life. You know?
yeah, exactly. Bro, it's so crazy just dealing with artists like that on a daily basis. Now, like, when I first started, it was like every artist and their mom wanted to like tell me how to engineer, because I didn't have the credentials and I didn't have necessarily the accolades, you know what I'm saying, that everybody's looking for. But once all that came, everybody was like, oh shit, he got there doing it his way. Let me just back the fuck up and let him do his thing. And then now it's like every artist that I work with, I pretty much enjoy working with every artist that I work with now.
That's incredible.
Yeah, man.
How'd you get started? Like, what put you on the wave? Were you like in the basement? There's no basements here.
Well, I'm from the D type of area, so you know what I'm saying. We let's just go ahead and be real with you for a second. I started in my mom's crib. Growing up and shit, we really didn't have a lot of money. We kind of grew up poor. Like, there was days where I ate like mustard sandwiches and shit for dinner. Come
I grew
home,
up on cheese and mayonnaise sandwiches.
bro. I would, dude. If I was you, I would have loved that shit, bro. My mom was like, "Yo, you gotta eat this mustard shit, bro. We ain't got shit." We look in the fridge. There's literally a bottle of mustard and a bottle of water. Like, that's all I
Damn.
remember growing up, and it kind of like forced me to kind of open up different outlets and shit, try to make money. Because when I was growing up, like, I don't want to promote this, but a lot of people need to realize like the side of the industry that nobody really talks about. When I was growing up, like, I ended up selling drugs, robbing people and stuff like that to make money to stay out of the streets, you know what I'm saying? But I had to be in the streets to get out of the streets. And that was what a lot of people don't understand about this side of the industry, because you'll go broke trying to fuck around and make $1 million out of nothing, you know what I'm saying? But the whole thing that got me started was I wanted to write music and wanted to record and like become an artist and a songwriter and stuff like that, which I ended up doing. But the first thing that I ended up doing was sitting in my dad's work truck, and I'm like, hey, I need $200. And my dad looked at me and was like, why do you need $200? What does a
He's like,
13-year-old
"Boy."
kid need for $200? I'm like, yo, I want to buy a mic. My dad looked at me and was like, you want to buy a mic? What for? And I was like, yo, I want to do this. I want to work with rappers and shit. And he just looked at me and, like, I don't know, maybe he thought I was joking, but he also thought I was serious just by the look in his face. And he told me he would talk to my mom about it. And the next day he was just like, we can't. Like, we don't have the money for it. Like, we don't have the budget. So I was like, all right, I understand. And then the craziest shit, this is like why I tell people, like, if you're meant to do something, it'll happen.
Yep.
Because I came home from school, and a week before that, I got into a fist fight. And somebody had recorded it and uploaded it to YouTube back when, like, YouTube had the 5-star joints.
Yeah.
Like, where you could 5-star something. And we went viral. We got, like, I think it was like 600,000 views in like a week.
Whoa.
Yeah, like, we went viral. And this guy hit me up and was like, yo, bro, I'll give you $200 to put my song on your video.
Oh.
I was like, yo, $200? Yo, you got PayPal? Like, I hit him instantly. And then I put his song on the video, and then sure enough, boom, $200 in my PayPal. And it paid for my first microphone, my first mic stand, headset, everything. I was like, holy shit.
Damn, what
Like,
was meant to be.
yeah, like, that's how I look at it. And my dad, when I told him, like, yo, like, I beat somebody's ass and went viral and got $200. My dad was like, oh, really now? And I'm like, yeah, look. Boom, pull out the little phone and shit. He's like, okay, then. Like, my son went viral for beating somebody up. That's a new thing.
Must have been a good fight.
Yeah, it was, bro. It was. His name was Stephen Harden. That shit was funny. After that, we became best of friends. Like, no lie. It was funny because when he seen we went viral, he was just like, yo, why don't we be friends, bro? I was like, nah,
We'll
let's
fight
not.
each other every day.
Right, yeah, we'll fight each other every day and just go viral every day. But nah, so that's how I ended up getting started. Like, I got my first mic after that video, and then I started recording all my friends and stuff, like Dread Life J. There was a kid named Cali that I recorded. And then shout out to my first client, Gray, like the first kid to ever pay me and still pays me to record him and mix him. Even like, 10 years later, still paying me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why he paid me like for like the first 7 years of my career. I don't understand what made anybody pay me for like the first 7 years.
Yeah.
Like, I was trash, bro. But
Innately, you're gonna be bad when you first start.
yeah,
And it
dude,
always
I'm
takes
telling
that
you,
one
you're,
person
you're
to be
gonna
like,
be
"You know what?"
terrible.
Like,
Well, I see it. Let's put
Yeah.
let's put some money into him. Let's give him some shit.
Yeah, when you first started, would you start with what DAW?
Yo, to be real with you, it was 𝐂𝐎𝐏𝐑𝐈𝐆 Pro 2.0. And a
Cool
lot
Edit
of
Pro.
people don't know what that is. And I'm just like, look, yeah, he's like, I don't know,
have
bro.
no idea.
I don't even know.
But now 𝐂𝐎𝐏𝐑𝐈𝐆 Pro is like the first version of Adobe Audition. So I don't know if you know what that
okay.
is, but it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the boom boom version of it. Like it's the short bus version.
Okay.
And like I got it for free. I cracked it online. I got it for free because I was like real tech savvy growing up. So I was like looking for any way I could get shit for free because you know what I'm saying. I'm growing up
Yeah.
poor. Like my parents
Yeah.
couldn't afford $300, $400 like that. So I'm trying to crack it and shit. And then I started making money off of it. And then I bought the software. That's another thing that I encourage engineers to do. Purchase your software. Don't crack it and then make money on it because you know what I'm saying. Everybody puts their all into everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like with anything in the world. Like, you make something, you want people to buy it. You don't want people to just crack it for free. And you know what I'm saying?
100%. Someone just dropped a comment, said, Abel's the GOAT. There you go. Man, you got the people already.
I watch him on the gram all the time. He's the only engineer I know that will give value and tips to his viewers. Hey, it's that, Chris, bro. I appreciate you so much, bro. Thank you, man.
Yeah, it's incredible that you got so much support going from people paying you to just start in the first place and then people just supporting you in general right now.
Yeah, man.
You
It's
get
crazy.
a lot of recognition and everything from it.
Yeah, to be honest, man, I'm really thankful for everything. Like, it's hard to believe that I'm in the position I'm in. Like, I changed my entire life. You know what I'm saying? I was in the streets, and then after so long, I got out the streets, and here I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm making a difference, and I'm trying to keep people out of the streets and trying to change people's lives. So
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I look at it as a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to the music career, if I wasn't doing this, I would definitely be breaking into somebody's house or selling drugs. You know what I'm saying? Preferably selling drugs. I'd rather sell those instead of robbing somebody.
Yeah. At least there's some morals in there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would rather do the lesser of two evils, bro, instead of try to do both. Because at the end of the day, you can give somebody drugs, and then whatever they do with that is on them. You know what I'm saying? But if you rob somebody, then you're stealing from somebody, and you're stealing from their kids, and then you affect them in a certain type of way. Because what made me stop doing that was I got robbed. Like, I came home on my 18th birthday from Michigan and came in, everything was missing.
Oh,
I was
shit.
like, oh shit, bro. Like, this is crazy. Like, I know how it feels now. So, you know what I'm saying? When shit like that happens, it's just like, damn. Like, when people tell me they rob houses and shit, I'm just like, yo, we got to get you out of that lifestyle. We got to try to change you. And a lot of people aren't made for that. You know what I'm saying? And you
Yeah.
can tell. So we try to change everybody's lifestyle, try to keep them in the studio, try to do better for them.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you hear the stories of like Lil Baby, how he was in the streets working, and then Young Thug was like just trying to pay him to get into the studio and work and things like that. So the fact that you take that same type of idea, you know, and
Absolutely.
just try to get people in this. Do you, excuse me, do you have anyone that you can think of that you don't have to say their story or anything like that, of course, but just like started coming in the studio and you saw a distinct change in their life?
Yeah, absolutely. I can talk about it because he talks about it. So I'm a firm believer if you talk about it, then we can talk about it.
100%.
Jimbo World, real close friend of mine. We became close friends over time. The funniest thing, blessings appear in all types of ways, and sometimes you got to get out of the way of your own blessing. With Jimbo, the first time I ever met Jimbo was at Clear Track, and
wow.
he booked the session and he was 2 hours late, and I had waited 2 hours. Like, I'm like, yo, I'm chilling, bro. Like, I'm mixing records and shit. I didn't even realize I waited 2 hours. Like, I'm looking at the clock. I'm like, fuck, his session was at 8. It's 10:30. Where the fuck is this kid? So I text him. I'm like, yo, where are you at? He's like, yo, my bad, bro. I'm coming from Orlando. Traffic is terrible on I-4. I'll be there in like 20 minutes. I'm like, all right, bro. I'm going to give you 20 minutes on the dot. If you're not here, I'm gone. I'm packing up. I'm out. 20 minutes goes by. Not there.
Damn.
I'm shutting down the studio. I turn off the microphone, turn off the board, turn off everything. I shut off every single light in the building. I walk outside. I get in my car. I shut the door, turn it on. He pulls in.
No.
I was like, yo, this is some shit, bro.
How you gonna do me
Yeah,
like that?
right. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna do me like that, bro? So I'm sitting in the car. I'm like, oh, fuck. Now I gotta record him. He's here. I was trying to get out of here so I could be like, I'm already gone, bro. Catch me tomorrow. And he hit me. He was like, bro, there's nobody like me. I promise you, there's nobody like me. And I'm like, I hear this shit all the time, bro. Like, what's it gonna accomplish? And he hit me with, when I knew he was serious, is Clear Track charged $75 an hour. And he was like, I'll give you double that to record me for 2 hours.
Oh damn.
Oh wow.
So yeah, he was paying $150 an hour. And I was like, shit. This kid got, you know what I'm saying? He's got some money on him. He's willing to invest in himself. Like, that's the first thing I look for, is like, if you're willing to invest in yourself. Because music, at the end of the day, is a business. A lot of people think that music business is just music, but they fail to realize the music business has business attached to it, and it's a business. So when he offered, he was like, I'll pay you double to record me. I was like, oh shit, okay, let's go ahead and take him in the studio. Now I'm thinking I'm about to just make an extra $75. He hit the booth and he recorded 3 songs in 20 minutes.
Wow.
And I was like, holy shit.
impressive.
And they were like content, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like just thrown together regular trash songs like that a lot of people record. Like, and a lot of people, don't take disrespect when I say a lot of songs are trash. What I mean by that is a lot of people, they manipulate songs into sounding like other artists, and that's not what Jimbo does. Jimbo is Jimbo, like 100%. He tells you his life in every song. And the first song we ever recorded was Plug Cry Tears, and he dropped it like a week later, and it hit like 150,000 views on YouTube.
Oh damn.
And just from that night alone, when I seen how fast he recorded and just how driven he was, it was like, all right, I want to work with this kid. And we locked in. He paid me for some mixes, and we got the album out. Then I started seeing the reaction from all the supporters, and was like, holy shit, this kid did 500,000 streams in 2 weeks.
Wow.
It was like, he's special. You know what I'm saying? And then he went from having like 2,000 followers on Instagram to almost 70,000. You know what I'm saying? And he's growing. Like, we just had a meeting with Atlantic that he posted about, meeting with Tidal. Like, he's got a lot of shit going for him now. And just seeing that inspires me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he came from the same boat. He talks about dealing weed. You know what I'm saying? He went from making hundreds of thousands of dollars in the streets to losing a lot of it, bouncing back, making more money, and then getting out, opening a restaurant, and then focusing completely on music now. So he's out the streets focusing on music, and it's just incredible to see. You know what I'm saying? When you can see somebody from the same background as you doing the same thing, do the same thing you did, and do it 10 times as bigger as you. So it's inspirational. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. That's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
That's the things I look for, man, when you can see the people who really grow and they present themselves in the way even he did to you, but showing up late, all right, whatever. But putting money behind himself,
yeah.
that
Once
says so
he
much.
he showed up late, and I'm just like, damn, I'm not trying to record this guy. Like, you show up 2.5 hours late, now you about to be 3 hours late. It's like, I really don't want to record you. Like, you showed no respect for my time. But then he was like, I'll double what you're making.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, cool. That's 75 on top. I'm making that plus my hourly rate. Oh yeah, I'm gonna take that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'd be stupid not to take that.
Yeah.
And then
plus,
just,
I mean, if you think about it, you pretty much got paid for the 2 hours you were waiting around anyway,
yeah,
right?
you know what I'm saying? Exactly. At the end of the day, I got paid for the time I spent. So it was just like, all right, this is lit. And then just seeing like how fast he recorded and the quality that he was producing was crazy. And he just had an entire process that I had to get used to, because like when he records, he'll do the main vocal, he'll do a dub, a stack, and then emphasis. And it's like, that's a lot, Jimbo. Like, you don't need to do all that. And then we did 3 records that weren't like that, and they didn't do as well. And I was like, oh shit, like I'm fucking up this kid's like sound. You know what I'm saying? So that was when I had to, like, obviously, like I said, you block your own blessings sometimes. Yeah. I'm like, if I want to keep working with him, I got to get the fuck out of my way and just let him do his thing, and then just figure out a way to mix it. And we did that, and now we dropped Jimbo World Reloaded, which so far I think is almost at 1 million streams.
Wow.
Damn.
When
Yeah.
did that come out?
6 months ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's impressive.
he's crazy, bro. Like,
For someone who's not on like the mainstream level.
yeah,
doing
like
numbers
he's
that.
definitely not. Like, no disrespect to Jimbo, that's my brother. But as far as him being on a mainstream level, he's not there yet. He definitely has the mainstream potential and the look and the sound. It's just a matter of getting there. But
Yeah.
he has every
on his way.
mainstream rapper looking at him. Like, just Quando Rondo was watching all of his videos the other day, commenting. Kevin Gates reached out to him. Like different types of things. You know what I'm saying? When you see all this start to happen, you know something's gonna happen for him. And now he's getting label meetings, and his life is about to change. And
That's incredible.
yeah, it's gonna be crazy, man. And it's just it's a blessing to just be a part of his career and just be family with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, we started off as just client and engineer. Now it's like, he's like my brother. He met my kids. You know what I'm saying? He knows everything about me. I know all about him. He calls me his twin, because like we literally did the same shit growing up. You know what I'm saying? We sold drugs and did all this other stuff, and then now it's like we're here. I got a Benz, he got a Benz, you know what I'm saying, type of vibe, and he's just like, yo, like you my twin basically. Like when he looks at me, he sees him. So it's crazy, man. It's a good thing to have him, bro.
So you were talking about how getting out of the way, stop blocking your own blessings and things like that. When you work with artists like him, how do you feel that changes you as an artist? Clearly, it impacts you. What kind of moves have you started making differently since working with artists like him and others that you work with?
The number one move that I made is, like I said, get the hell out of my own way. Stop telling artists how to record, because at the end of the day, there's records that are recorded in a bathroom that go number one. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was Lil Baby's first hit?
Was it the freestyle or was it no?
I think it was freestyle. Well, fuck it. All right, Bryson Tiller's Don't.
Okay.
I know that one. That was recorded in his living room, and I talked to the engineer who mixed it and was like, "Yo, like, how did you get it to sound so clean?" He was like, "I didn't. Like, I just left it how it was." He was like, "I literally just did the bare minimum." And I'm like, "You did what? Like, that shit sounds crazy." He was like, "It just worked. Like, when I heard it, I just knew not to fuck with it." Like, I'm just like, damn, I don't understand. Like, how do you guys just know when not to fuck with something? But now I understand when not to mess with something. When somebody has a certain process, never deviate them from that process. Just figure it out and just let it go. Like, if you sit there and you focus too much on something, then you're gonna end up messing it up. And I have a firm belief in that. If an artist brings me a song and they record so crazy and I've never seen it, then chances are nobody else does it and it's different. Leave it alone and just figure out something to do. You know what I'm saying? And get it to stand out.
In those types of cases, what are things that you do? I mean, I know you're an engineer, so clearly you're looking at the way things sound and how that all plays out.
Yeah.
After it's all said and done and everything's recorded, what's your process then? I mean, I would imagine if it was me, I'd be thinking in that moment, okay, how would I make it better? How would I do this and that? Do you then go over with the artist? This is what I'm thinking, and just go off of what they're vibing with. Like, oh yeah, maybe that will work. Or do you actually just say, you know what?
Yeah. Like with certain things, if once I hear the song as a whole, like that's one thing I try not to do now. Is judge the song before it's done. Like that was what I did a lot before Jimbo. I'd hear the song within the first 10, 15 seconds. I know if I wanted to mix it or not.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was very, very picky. But now I wait till the entire record is done and the artist says, okay, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I got everything I wanted to do. Then I play it back and I'm like, all right, cool. Is this going to be what I want to mix? You know what I'm saying? And then if it's really something I want to mix, like I'll tell the artist like, hey, I can do this for free. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll do it for free. I believe in you. And then just put me on the back end and we can do it from there. But as far as that goes, like I listen to the whole song completely, maybe one or two times, and then I'll figure it out after that. But my process is usually to just clean up all the unnecessary shit, like all the breaths and just make sure all the gain staging is right. And then you just go into the basics as far as compression, EQ, and stuff. Other than that, my process really hasn't changed. I'm still as picky. If somebody does a vocal take and it sounds like shit, then I'm going to tell you, because at the end of the day, like a lot of people get offended, but I don't care. Because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like if you sound like shit, I'm going to tell you because my name is attached to this and I value my name. You know what I'm saying? My name has a lot of weight in the city of Clearwater and St. Pete. Like, I mean, as you can see, not trying to boost like one of the comments, you know what I'm saying? Like guys like, yo, he's really the GOAT. Like I'm trying to lock in with him. And it's just because like the reason why he probably can't lock in with me is because of my schedule. And I have made a career for myself off of priding on my name. And not necessarily doing it for the money, but doing it to make great music. And if you sound like shit, I'm going to tell you because my name is attached to it. So, I mean, I'm still as picky, but my process has just gotten so much easier. Just let the artists do their thing and then get out of their way and have them get out of mine. Just like what I was saying with Melly. Melly raps. I don't. He goes in the booth. I let him do his thing, get his process, and then we piece it. And then after that, I do my thing and call it a day.
Yeah, I mean, I would hope that most artists appreciate if you say like, "Hey, you sound like shit."
Yeah, a lot do now. A lot do. It like I said, it just took a lot of accolades and a lot of accomplishments for them to be like, "Oh, he's not being a dick. He just knows what he's talking about." You know what I'm saying? It took a lot. It took a while to get there, but now artists do.
As far as artists, I mean, when you're working with different artists, I would imagine, you know, someone hits you up, and if you can set the schedule and all works out, you'll make it happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
But is there something you look for in artists when you're working with them? Is if you were to go out and say, like, I'm going to pick the artist, what would you look for?
I'm gonna be honest. I really don't look for much. Like when somebody's destined to be a star, you know it. Like they just have this X factor. They just have like where everybody and their mom wants to talk to them. You know what I'm saying? Like I have those types of clients. Like Jimbo, for instance. Like we went to I forget the restaurant we went to, but we sat down and everybody came up to us and was just like, "Yo, what do you do? Who are you?"
Oh, wow.
And it's just like, what the fuck? Like, get the fuck away from me, bro. Like I'm trying to eat, bro. Like, and he's trying to eat. Like, we're trying to just discuss business and discuss things with us, like how we're doing, how he's doing. And people are coming up, want to talk to us. It's like the same thing with this girl, Cheyenne from June's Diary. Like, we all went out to gyros, me, him, and her. We went out to Salem's and shit to grab gyros. And we're standing there, and Shorty at the counter is like, "Hey, watch my YouTube videos, please. I need you to watch it. Did you watch them? Like, what do you do?" Talking to everybody. I'm like, yo, I'm just trying to have a conversation with my friends and get something to eat. Like, can we not talk about business right now? And that's one thing I look for. When somebody will question my clients when we go out, like Jason Daxon. I was just in Atlanta with him. We're walking through Walmart, and this guy just randomly stops us, and he's like, "Yo, are you a rapper?" To Jason.
Oh, wow.
And Jason's an R&B singer. So Jason kind of got offended. He was like, "Do I fucking look like a rapper?" I'm like, "Yo, no, bro. He's not like being rude. He just wants to know what you want to do, like what you do."
Yeah,
He's genuinely interested in you, which means you have a good quality. And a lot of people don't have that. You know what I'm saying? Like me or Dez could walk the street. Not saying Dez doesn't have the X factor, but you know what I'm saying? We could walk the street and just be normal people. There's people that literally walk the street and everybody just wants to know what they do and who they are. Those are the people that are stars. Like, and I'm just going to be honest with you. When you see that, you know somebody's a star. And then it's just a matter of finding out what they're great at and then tapping into it.
Yeah. That makes tons of sense. I've
Hey.
worked with like, oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna ask you, who's your favorite artist right now?
Oh,
Just
man.
like
Celebrity
this
or
week,
client?
Like this week, not don't. It's not like top. It's not top 5. It's like this week. Like,
Dude, I'm going to be honest with you. Nobody's topping Roddy Ricch right now in my favor.
Oh,
I'm going to be honest with you.
So
Like,
I'm happy you said that.
bro, I'm gonna be honest, man. Not like I wasn't that big of a fan of Roddy, but I'm a huge Nipsey fan. And when they did Racks in the Middle, and I heard who Roddy was, that I'm gonna be honest. Like I got put on to Roddy late. Like a homie of mine tried to put me onto him, and I did not fuck with Roddy. But when I heard that Nipsey Hussle was like his mentor type of vibe, like they were part of the same gang, all that shit. He did Racks in the Middle. When I heard it, I was like, yo, this kid sounds different. And then matter of fact, it was my homie Gray, the first client ever. He was like, "Man, I tried to put you on the Roddy, and now you over here, motherfucker!" Like he's hot, he's pissed, and
Isn't
I'm
that
like,
the worst?
yeah, like it's like, yo, my bad, bro. I slept on Roddy, bro, my bad. And then I'm over at my buddy Nick's house, like one of my best friends, like somebody I've known for years. Like I worked a day job with him, type of vibe. And I'm sitting at his house, and he's like, "Yo, did you hear Roddy's new album?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And there was a dude over there, some random dude named Batman. That's what he called himself. Yeah, right? He was like, "Yeah, I'm Batman." I was like, "All right, dog,
Like,
you're
that
Batman.
high is
Yeah,
what you
you're
are."
Batman, bro." So he was like, "Yeah, man, Roddy's album is trash." And I'm like, "Damn, he says it's trash. Nick says it's fire." Nick knows what I listen to. So Nick is like, "Yo, you got to listen to it." So I'm going to take Nick's advice. So I get in the car on the way home, and I literally played it. I was like, yo, this shit is like crazy. I'm telling you, he's going to go number 1. Nobody believed me. He went number 1. He's still number 1.
Still.
I'm like, holy shit.
Over all these huge
Yo,
artists.
he
that are
beat
dropping
Bieber.
stuff.
He
Yeah.
beat Bieber.
Out
Like,
Bieber,
that's what I don't
Selena
understand.
Gomez.
Out the
He
box.
he whooped Bieber ass on the charts. Bieber's
Yeah.
like, yo, go to sleep listening to my music. We need to be number 1.
Yeah, that's
Roddy's like,
that
yo,
was
go
sad.
stream his shit, bro. I don't need to be
saw
number
that. I
1
was
no
like,
more.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Roddy was being petty, though. You could tell. He was like, yo, go stream his shit, bro.
He needs it.
Yeah, right. He needs it at the end of the day. But that's when, like, I knew Roddy was gonna be number 1 just by the quality of the album. Like, there was not one song I skipped. You know what I'm saying? Now I skip PETA. I don't like the
Yeah.
PETA joint. It's all right. Like,
it's with Meek Mill, yeah.
yeah, it was a good
Yeah.
record. You know what I'm saying? But it was just like,
I
don't
listened
know.
to it the one time. I let it
Yeah,
ride,
exactly.
And then afterwards, I don't know. If it's not the intro from Meek's what is it, Dreams and Nightmares,
Yeah,
then
Dreams
I
and
don't want to
Nightmares.
hear Meek as the intro. That's just
Yeah, I'm
me.
telling you.
I'm like, let him come in.
yo, shout out
afterwards.
though. Shout out to my man Dev out in LA. Dev runs LA. He recorded Big Stepper on the album. He just went
Oh,
gold today.
wow.
Yeah, so congratulations to my man Dev, man. That's crazy.
all the records are crazy on there,
Bro,
really.
I'm
I
telling
mean,
you,
that's
he
one of
put
the
me on
albums
to
you
he
can
put me on
listen
to
to
War
all the way
Baby.
through.
He put me on to War Baby.
That-
He tells me like we're
That's your favorite
literally
song?
That's my favorite
yeah.
song.
His
That's
mine's
my
Big
choir.
Stepper. Mine's Big
Choir,
Stepper.
That's hard,
Yeah.
bro. I've never. Who gets a choir to talk about robbing people?
I said
I've
that.
Yeah.
I said that. You
said
better
that.
credit
You said
me.
that. You said that.
I
would
said,
thought
yo,
it
what
first,
church
but he
choir
said
you
it
know
first.
talking about they used to rob the robbers? Like what? Like what church
Yeah.
choir says that?
That song's hard. That's the last song in the album,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
that's the
Right?
last
song.
Okay,
Last
yeah.
song.
Yeah,
that's
that's
my
the
favorite
last
too, man.
song.
I'm with you.
That's the hardest
100%.
outro I've ever heard. I'm
Yeah.
gonna keep it honest with you. Like that was the hardest outro I have ever heard. And every song on there didn't feel like a filler. It was
No.
just like he really took his time.
You played
And
through it.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? You could tell he really took his time to figure out what sound he wanted for that album. And it was, you know what I'm saying, it was well worth the wait. When I heard the process, like there's people at 1500 Sound all the way out in LA that I know that worked on the album besides Dev, and they're like, we did like 15 drafts to every record. It's like,
Wow.
holy
Yeah, I saw
shit.
that. I saw that
Wow.
post. It was 1500 or nothing, and it was like he gave it to them so it could be played through the whole way.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was just
so they
like-
mixed it so it just the transitions are seamless.
Yeah, bro, like that album took a long time, and you can tell. Like it's literally, I'm gonna be honest with you, he's gonna go down as a classic rapper now.
Yeah.
Like he will have a classic album. It's like The Game with the documentary,
yeah, that's
and
just
then
Good
like
Kid, Mad
Ice
City.
Cube and NWA. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna go down as one of those albums, and it's crazy to know that. You know what I'm saying? Type of vibe.
I mean, excuse me. It's definitely super crazy. It's gone so wild with especially like the younger audience as well. I'm on TikTok damn near all day long right now.
Bro, I just downloaded TikTok.
And it's
like a week
all
ago.
over TikTok.
Yeah,
it's all
bro,
over
the
place. All these
box.
kids are,
That's
like,
that's my
listening to it.
daughter's favorite song.
The
Yeah.
box, yeah.
Bro, I didn't even know that. Like, I don't play hip hop around my daughters, like just because of like some of the things they say. Like, my kids are young. My kids are 5, 3, and then 1. So it's like, all right, I can't play this shit around them because I don't want my kids growing up and, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, they're gonna hear the shit when they get older, but until then, like, hey yo, we listening to Barney, my G. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna listen to a whole lot of what's that shit called?
Baby Shark.
Baby Shark. Yeah, we gonna listen to a whole lot of that shit on the way to
Hate that
school.
goddamn
Baby Shark.
song.
You know what I'm saying? We thugging it on the way to school, jamming out Baby Shark. You know what I'm saying? We pulling up in an SUV in a mom vehicle. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus Christ.
But all of a sudden, like, I'm playing my game on the computer, and my daughter hears the song, and she comes up, pulling up the coupe. And I say, yo, what are you singing? What the fuck are you talking about? And she's like, Daddy, I know that song. I said, yo, who sings it? Roddy, Ricch? I said, no, not Rick.
Get it right.
I was like, yo, don't disrespect my man's like that. It's Roddy Ricch. She was rich. I said, yeah, he's rich now. I'm gonna be real with you. Now he's rich. And she was like, oh, okay. Well, it's called The Box, right? I said, how do you know this? You're
Wow,
5. What are you
that's
talking
wild.
about? She's like, what's his name?
TikTok.
Nah, she don't go on social media. She banned from that shit.
Good for you, man.
There's
Good
this
for you.
little kid, like little motherfucker in her school. Like she got a crush on him. I'm over here about to whoop his ass, whoop a 5-year-old ass, beat the shit out of him, and then beat his parents' ass. And you don't touch my daughter, big dog. But nah, it's cool, bro.
It's cool.
It's cool. Fuck it, bro. Nah, he be putting her on to these little shits, and I'm just like, yo, you gotta stop hanging out with him. You know what I'm saying? He's
His
a
taste is too
troublemaker.
good in music.
Yeah, he's a troublemaker right now. If he's like me, then nah, yeah, we're not hanging with him, bro.
Oh my god. Well, as far as okay, this one might be a little tougher. As far as like your favorite artist this week being Roddy Ricch, is there any artist that is like your dream artist to work with? Or have you already done it?
I've already done it.
Who was that?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I had 5.
Okay.
So a lot of them I signed NWAs. So I'm not gonna say the names and everything like that of the songs. But one was Chris Brown,
Oh wow.
one was Future,
Whoa.
one was Thug, one was Arsenal, and then I still haven't picked a 5th one yet. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I would probably say Roddy. I'd probably say Roddy Ricch. Like, just because like I really rocked with his album, and it was just like, damn, he made some timeless music. Like, you can literally throw that album on anytime, and there's a song on there that you can relate to at any point in your life. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you up and you got money, you ready to step on a bitch, you play Big Stepper and just show people who you are.
Yeah.
And then War Baby is like for the people that come from the trenches that made it out. You know what I'm saying? And then the box is just a flexing song. So it's just
Yeah.
like any song on that album you can relate to. So I'd say my 5th person is Roddy, but I haven't worked with him yet. But I've worked with 4 out of 5, I'd say.
Damn.
And yeah, it's crazy, man.
That is crazy.
It's been really crazy. Like, the first time I worked with Chris was for a record with 𝐂𝐏𝐘𝐑𝐈𝐆. And it was a record that hasn't been done yet. And it's not out yet because him and Chris are still going through their scuffle and hopefully they come to an agreement to where we can put the album out. Well, not the album, the record. Damn, I fucked that up.
Yeah.
Low key, fuck it, everybody, you know now. But nah, yeah, it's cool, man. Hopefully they come to an agreement and they figure out their issues, and you know what I'm saying, they can put all that shit aside and drop the music. But I was literally in New York. It was the craziest shit. Like, I was going through like the toughest part of my career. Like, this is like when I transitioned from working a day job into
Full time.
yeah, into a full-time engineer. The first time I ever worked with Chris was with 𝐂𝐐𝐏 Records. And he called me. I'm walking through Times Square, and I'm pissed off at the world because I'm going broke in New York. I'm on vacation. I'm supposed to be able to pay for the shit. And this is in like 2016. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to be able to pay for everything, and I'm going broke. I'm walking around in the most expensive city in the United States. You know what I'm saying? Like, a gallon of milk is like $15 in New York.
Oh man.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Like, that was in like 2016, I believe.
State tax.
Yeah, bro. Like, my dad smoked cigarettes, so like it's like the worst shit ever.
Going
So-
broke out there off of the cigarettes.
Bro, it was like $40 for a
Holy
pack.
shit.
I was like, oh my God.
my-
Like, it's like $7-8 down here, but up in New York it's like $40 a pack. I'm like, Jesus Christ, bro. Like, stop smoking. Like, save me some fucking money. But it was crazy. I'm going through like the worst part of my career, and Kevin calls me. He's just like, hey, I got a surprise for you. And I'm like, dog, you better have like $1,000 for me or something so I can make it home. He was like, all right, peep this. I got you with 1,000 so you can make it home since you said that. But I got you a record. And I'm like, bro, I don't fucking want to talk about work right now, bro. Like, I don't want to talk about it. He sends me the email, and it's a WeTransfer link, and it says Kev and Chris. I'm like, no way. So I download the WeTransfer link when I get back to the hotel on my laptop. I load up Pro Tools, pull up the session. The first person I hear is Chris Brown. I'm like, holy shit. I'm
Wow.
crazy with it. And like, I'm running around the hotel. I'm screaming like a little bitch. I'm like, oh my God, Mom, I work with Chris Brown. Mom. And then I went live. And that's like what fucked everything up, I'm going to be honest with you. I went live, and that was like my first huge credit. And once I went live, it kind of fucked everything up. Kevin seen it and was just like, yo, take that shit down, because Chris doesn't know we're going to be putting this out yet. We haven't talked to him, and we haven't squashed our issue yet. Like, so we don't even know if it's coming out, but we're getting it prepped and ready just in case it is coming out. And I'm like, fuck. All right, I fucked that up. And you know what I'm saying? That was like the craziest time I ever worked with an artist. After that, like, the next artist that came was Young Thug, and that was with Cheeks. And Cheeks had brought me a session, and it was like the craziest like shit. He said, fuck, what did he say? Like, I'm trying to remember the lyrics because it was like, what? Like, he
Dramatic
said
dog.
something like, I'm in her guts or some shit like that. And it was like something, the punchline after that, when you really think about it, it was like, damn, that was so like intricate, but so simple. You had to really think about it to get it, but it was super simple. Once you understood the line, you got it. And it was just like, you gonna release this? He was like, nah, bro, I just wanted to give you the credit. I was like, yo, that's lit, bro. Like, we got like 5 records with Thug now, and then we got records with Future. Who else? Arsenal. Like, I grew up listening to Arsenal, so that was like one of the main reasons I got into music. And to have him as a client and a friend, you know what I'm saying, is crazy. Like, I can call him at any point and he'll pick up and be like, yo, what up? What you need? You good? You need anything? Like, he just did the battle with Cassidy. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, I got you with tickets and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit's crazy. He was like, you can come, you can rock with me, you can be on stage, da-da-da-da-da. And then he hit me and was like, yo, like, little shit like this right here, what I'm about to say is like the shit that matters to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he hit me and was like, yo, what size hoodie you wear? I'm like, large? Why? He was like, all right, cool, I got you a hoodie for the brand and shit, the So Disrespectful brand. Like, little things like that really set artists apart. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you see that they really rock with you for a certain way. And just to know Arsenal is like a homie is cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? My brother, I FaceTimed FaceTimed my brother in the studio to introduce him to Arsenal because we grew up listening to him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like little moments like that are crazy and that are overwhelming sometimes.
Wow. Yeah, I can't.
I know I talk a lot, bro. My bad.
No, that's perfect. I can only imagine, though, being able to work with some of your favorite people. I was just talking to a buddy of mine. He was saying he's worked with his top 5 as well. So that's incredible that you're able to do that.
Hey, which one starstruck you the most?
Arsenal.
Arsenal?
I got to
Really?
be honest with you. Like, obviously, I was excited to work with Chris and Thug and everything,
Yeah.
but like, I didn't grow up listening to Chris Brown. You know what I'm saying? I didn't grow
Yeah.
up listening to Thug or Future. Like, they came out after I was an adult. You know what I'm saying? Arsenal, I grew up listening to him. I wanted to be like Arsenal, the battle rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to have bars like his. I wanted to write music like his. And just growing up, that was a memory that me and my brothers shared. Like growing up, we listened to him. And like I said, we grew up poor. Like we was really, really close. Like we had nothing to do but interact with each other. So to be able to meet him was crazy. Like, and the craziest shit is Cheeks asked me, like, before he became like the big rapper, he was like, yo, if I ever become a big rapper, who's the top 5 people you want to work with? Like kind of like what we just talked about. And I told him like Arsenal was one of them. He's like, cool, if I ever get the Arsenal plug, like I'm gonna call you. And he's sitting in the studio one night, and the first night I met him, it was crazy. It was kind of like the same thing with Jimbo. He was 2 hours late. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? But he just got off the plane. So it was like, he's like, yo, he just landed and shit. He gonna be a minute. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm waiting. I don't know who it is. Cheeks ain't telling me. He's just like, yo, it's a surprise. I'm like, man, you probably got so-and-so coming this thing. Man, I don't want to work with Gunna. I don't want to work with nobody else. Man, fuck them. I'm good on that. Like, I've already worked with him. I'm straight. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, Cheeks is like, yo, he's here. And I'm like, man, go get him, bro. I don't care, bro. I'm ready to go home at this point. I'm sitting on the couch. I got my phone and shit like this. And he walks in, and I just look up, and I'm like, oh, shit. And he's like, yo, relax. I said, nah, bro. Like, all right, look, bro, this how this finna go. We're gonna work, and then we finna talk. Like, and he's like, yo, it's cool, big dog. Like, we can do whatever, da-da-da-da-da. And we ended up cutting, like, 3 records that night in a matter of an hour. Like, man. Yeah, he freestyles like crazy. Ask him, bro. Arsenal will go in the booth and just lay shit down and be done in like 10, 15 minutes. An entire song. Yeah, he's phenomenal, bro. Like, and it's crazy. Like, after that, bro, the conversations that we had, like I told him, like, bro, I grew up listening to you. Like, it's crazy, like, trying not to fanboy. And you can't help it. He's like, bro, it's all cool, bro. Like, I'm a normal person just like you. I was like, I know that, bro, but I just can't help it. Like, I want to talk to you and ask you all these questions. He sat there for like a good 2.5 hours and answered every single question I had. Wow. Like, yeah, he was mad cool, bro. Like, and the craziest shit, after that, he was like, yo, take my number down. Like, I just moved here. Like, we finna lock in. And now he lives in Tampa. And literally, like, I was just texting him on the way here and was like, yo, we need to get in. We need to lock some shit in. And he's like, all right, cool. Just say the date. And we in there.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, bro. It's crazy, dog. Like, this music shit has really changed my life.
Yeah, that's so powerful. Is there something that any big or really any artist that has just, is there anything someone said to you that's really changed your path? Like, is there any gem that someone dropped on you and you're like, oh wow,
change your attitude?
Yeah,
that was one of the things. I don't want to say her name,
that's fine,
but yeah, like, she kind of told me sometimes, she was like, you come off a bit strong, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, like, I come off too aggressive sometimes. And which is every male, you know what I'm saying? We got testosterone and all that other shit. We're aggressive by nature, you know what I'm saying? Every male, if you're brought up a certain way, you're aggressive by nature. But certain things that I'll say, certain ways I'll do things, certain ways I joke around sometimes come off too aggressive. And after being told that, it was like I reevaluated how I am as a person, you know what I'm saying? And that kind of changed a lot of things. Like, once I started treating people a little bit differently, a lot more doors opened up for me. So it was like a learning experience. It was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? It kind of took a real person to really just sit down and be like, yo, you got to change how you do things. You come off too aggressive sometimes, so you got to really figure yourself out. And then once I figured myself out, it was cool. You know what I'm saying? So that's the biggest piece of advice. Like, other than that, the biggest piece of advice I got was from myself. Get the fuck out of your own way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just let people do what they do and just do what you do. You can't control anybody else. Just let you do what you do.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, how long has your new studio been open?
We opened up January, I think. Hold on, I'll tell you exactly when. I got a photo too. The craziest shit. We opened up with nothing in the studio. Like, I'll show you guys the photo and everything right here. So first photo was January 28th of 2019. And then just swipe right, and that's 3 months later.
Wow. So did you get you built it all out yourself?
Yeah, me and my man
exactly
Jasper.
how you want it to be?
Yeah,
Damn.
everything was custom built.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. We opened it like literally on like a short notice. Like, it was crazy. Like, I quit ClearTrack and boom, next week we were open.
Wow.
Like, yeah, like we spent a lot of hours building shit.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, I know you've got experience being in all different studios, so
yeah,
it must be really powerful for you to be able to make your own and I want this here, I want that there, and get it exactly how you want it. What is it like for you, Des, working with Abel and going to all these these studios, working with all these artists?
You don't understand. Like, I went from, I didn't have a job. I was like, like doing like lawn service and stuff, trying to, make a little money. And next thing you know, my sister brings me into the studio and I meet Abel. I'm not thinking nothing of it because, I didn't really know too much about the engineering and who he was and how he was a big deal until like,
I'm not a big deal, bro.
He's a big deal. He's modest, but he's a big deal, bro. And then, he gave me this opportunity to be his intern and I'm like,
Yo, you gotta tell him,
how I got it?
yeah, how you got it. Because nobody, I'm gonna be honest with you, I did not want him as my intern. Because I had just fired my previous intern because he was a piece of shit. Like, and guys, when I say he was a piece of shit, he was a piece of shit. He would show up late every day. He would do nothing. He'd hop on his phone and then he'd go in the corner and ask me, yo, what's the Wi-Fi password? Like, and I'm just like, so you're just here for free Wi-Fi? Like, that's it, bro? Like, get the fuck out. Like, I want somebody who really
Starbucks
wants
for
this
that.
shit. Yeah, exactly. Go to fucking Starbucks. I want somebody who's like me, who thinks outside the box and really wants to change. You know what I'm saying? And wants to put their effort into something that's worth value. You know what I'm saying? And when we gave him the challenge, I'm like, yo, you're not gonna fucking get it, bro. Like, I won't have to hire him because he's not gonna fucking get it. Now go ahead, bro. My bad.
Okay, so at this point in time, I used to have like 3 lighters on me at one time. And don't even ask why. I don't know. It's just something I did. And my friend's there with me. He got he carries 2 of them on him. And I said, if I can light all 5 of these lighters at one time with one finger, then then you let me be your intern. He said, all right, do it. It took me like 5 times, but I got it. And he was like, all right, bet. So then
I'm like, you ain't finna get that shit. In my head,
I
I'm
was
like, I ain't
wondering.
gotta hire this motherfucker. Like, yo, he's trash. He not finna get it. Flick all. I said, oh shit, I gotta give him an internship now. Yeah, fuck.
but I didn't jump right into it. Like, I wanted to really take it serious. So I went to SPC. I took
Oh yeah, that was another condition. He had
Classes.
to pass his college classes. Like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, like when I wanted somebody to be my intern, it was like, all right, you got to prove to me you really want to be an intern, because I'm gonna be honest, anybody could light 5 lighters. You know what I'm saying? If you try hard enough, you can figure it out.
Yeah.
But it takes something to be like, if you really wanna do this, you got to graduate college. When I graduate, you got to pass your classes and then go into your next year. You know what I'm saying? And literally, I went over to him and his sister's house one day and was like, yo, what's up with your college? He was like, yo, I just took my exams today. All right, cool. About 3 days later, I'm back over at the house. Hey, what's up? He's like, yo, I passed everything with a B+.
Oh, snap.
I'm like, shit, all right, big dog, we got you. You start tomorrow. And then he's been rocking with me ever since.
ever since. I
Good
mean,
for
every
you, man.
night.
Yeah. Almost every night, yeah.
Almost every night.
Hey,
Yeah.
did you go to school at all for this?
Nah, I'm completely
No?
self-taught.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
I actually went to SBC. I went to the Mira.
The mirror program? Yep, that's
Yeah.
what I was in. Yeah.
hell yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you. No offense to anybody who goes to school for it. I don't want you guys to take it the wrong way, but I have to stand for people who are self-taught. I'm gonna be honest. I think people that are self-taught get a whole lot further, because we started from absolutely nothing. You know what I'm saying? With no teacher. Like, I didn't even watch YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like, and figure this shit out. I did it 100% on my own, and figured out the right moves, the wrong moves, what sounded good, what didn't, all through trial and error. It took me so much longer than somebody who goes to school, but I feel like the people who are self-taught gain more and earn more in the process, because, like I said, we don't have people like, hey, you don't boost around 2.5K, you know what I'm saying, because that's really sharp or some shit like that, unless you're boosting a snare. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Like, little things like that I ended up learning along the way, but that shit, like, that gets taught in schools. And for people who don't have that, I feel like you get much further, because you're like, oh shit, I can't take this for granted. You know what I'm saying? I earned this. I have to keep pushing and work 10 times harder than the next guy, because at the end of the day, let's say you went to Full Sail and you go to Atlanta trying to get a job, they're going to hire you over me. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have a degree. Right. Now, with my accolades now, like, I'm not, like, let's say, you an engineer?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say I go platinum and you go gold. They're going to pick the guy who went platinum.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it's whoever has the better accolades.
Portfolio.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to do at this point in my career, is just stack. You know what I'm saying? Every accolade I could get. And that's one of the things that I've really wanted to pride myself on, and also tell everybody, I feel like engineers that are self-taught get so much further. I don't know why, bro. I just feel like that. Like, no offense, though, to y'all who go to school. I just wanted to say that. My bad.
No. That's completely straight. I feel the same way. And a lot of things that I've done, I'm self-taught. and I feel the same way. It's like I had to make a lot of mistakes to get to where
Yeah.
I'm at right now. You know what I mean? And a lot of those, you know, really build you up. But in the same breath, I mean, going to school, yeah, it's different. It's a different pathway. But if you still,
Yeah, there's
if you
nothing
look
wrong with
to
it.
someone like yourself and you say, I'm going to take that approach, you know, build that mindset up where it's like, okay, I need to have all these things. I need to get all these accolades. I need to work harder than the next person. It's really the mindset at the end of the day.
Absolutely, absolutely,
And you just develop that mindset from
absolutely.
hustling really fucking hard for it, just coming
Absolutely.
from absolutely like nothing as far as
Yeah.
knowledge base and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, yeah. This is something I wanted to ask you.
Okay.
Do you feel like there's a producer for everybody, or if you're a producer, you're better for certain artists?
Yes and no. It's kind of hard to explain because there's certain producers that get stuck in certain ways and certain sounds and they can't break themselves out of it, and that's just like a mental thing. You know what I'm saying? They feel like, oh, hey, I made this one hit, you know what I'm saying, and it was a trap beat. Then they're like, fuck, all I got to do is make trap beats now. They make millions of trap beats and now they're stuck in that trap sound. You know what I'm saying? Now they can't process out of that and figure out like, hey, I can make R&B, or hey, I can make island music, or hey, I can make reggae. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So yes and no. There's a producer for certain artists like DJ Mustard. Like, I feel like he's catered to most of the West Coast.
Done everything.
You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the West Coast shit that comes out, or like what type of music would you say he makes?
Hyphy.
Yeah, I'd say like type of shit like that. He does like, that's his sound, you know what I'm saying? But then you got Dr. Dre, who can do different shit, you know what I'm saying? And he's not a producer for everybody. Well, he's a producer for everybody, not just one person. DJ Mustard is like a producer for, I'd say like one person, but like one side of the coast. He can't make East Coast shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that, there's no way he's making East Coast shit unless he moves to the East Coast and he finds the culture. You know what I'm saying? It's like fucking, who's a producer from the East Coast that's really crazy?
Well, talking about Mustard, I think him, you know, getting like, what's her name?
LMA, yeah.
That was a way to kind of step out of that
Yeah,
total
but
West
I don't
Coast
think
sound.
I don't think he produced anything on her album, did he? I think he just executive produced it. I think he like,
Oh, yeah?
because he found her. Yeah, he found her on Instagram. Yes, I don't think, because my man Jason mixed her whole project, but I don't think he produced anything. I don't know. Maybe he did. Fuck it. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But probably am wrong, to be honest with you. Probably am. But I don't know, man. I just like, I'm still stuck on that whole thing. Like DJ Mustard is West Coast. Like everything I hear from him it sounds West Coasty. You know what I'm saying? Like I know that's not a word and shit, but I just feel like he's mad West Coast. There's producers that are East Coast. Like then there's people like Dr. Dre who just produce for everybody. He produced for Eminem, like white boy rap. Like at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It was a total different style. And then now he's making shit with Kendrick, and then he does shit with The Game. He did shit with NWA. Like if you listen to all the different production styles, everything is different. You know what I'm saying? Like he co-produced Swimming Pools with Kendrick Lamar, his breakout hit, and he co-produced it. Yeah.
Wow.
And it's just like little things like that. Then there's like producers in Atlanta that are unknown called Flight Club, and well, they're not unknown anymore. They just went gold and stuff like that. But they started off making trap beats, but now they make everything. They make R&B, they make trap, they make pop, they make hip hop, they make like reggae, like all these different types of beats. And we have mad different beats for them, and they all sound amazing. And they just got placed with Lil Durk. They got placed with Kevin Gates. They got placed with my man Jason Daxon.
Do you, I guess kind of on the same topic, do you believe that working with a good artist, or being a great producer working with a good artist will make and break new music, or working with a great producer and just all right artist will do it? What do you think there's a certain combination, or do you feel like, back to what you were saying earlier, it goes to just they have that if factor and that's a big thing? Or can you really make a nobody into?
Yeah, you can make nobody into somebody. It's just a matter of, one, if they don't have the it factor and they don't have the necessary talent, you know what I'm saying, money is going to talk at the end of the day. Because you can literally, the number that like has been discovered to make somebody kind of break into the industry is $100,000. Like that's what Wendy Day. She's been responsible for like breaking the Migos, like breaking Kevin McCall. A lot of these famous artists, you know what I'm saying? She was behind and was like their management and all that shit. She told them, "Give me $100,000 and I'll make you famous," and she did it with everybody. So when she did a press conference for the Tampa Music Conference and shit like that, she came and she was like, "The break-in number is $100,000. Like anybody in here got $100,000, I'll make you a star." So if you don't have the it factor and you don't have the talent necessary and you don't have the producer, you have a great producer, but you're just ass, you have $100,000, you can be famous. It's like all these little kids that go viral on Instagram and YouTube and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like some get lucky and just go viral because it's organic and it just happened to hit. But then there's some that really put money behind their music, like Lil Tecca. You know what I'm saying? He's not that great of a rapper, but he went viral. You know what I'm saying? He's crazy dumb right now. Like, and I don't think he has that it factor.
Well, that's kind of different because Lil Tecca has internet money, and internet money.
Yeah, now he does. Yeah, now he does.
They make everybody.
Yeah.
Like Ian Dior.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah, shout out to my man Golden Boy Hicks. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the head of A&Rs over there. But no, at the time he didn't have internet money when he went viral. But after so long, you get a machine behind you, you're able to go viral numerous times. But not like if you don't have the it factor or the necessary talent, then you need money. But what you were asking as far as like a great producer and a good artist, yeah, you're gonna do something. You know what I'm saying? Like it may not be on the scale of like Lil Tecca or Ian Dior, but you're gonna do something. You're gonna catch some traction, and then it's just a matter of keeping the ball rolling. Like once you get some traction, it's just keep it going, and you're gonna gain traction as you go. It's the snowball effect when rolling down the hill. You know what I'm saying? You roll a little snowball down the hill, it's gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
It's basically that. So it's just a domino effect. Like once you knock something over, you just keep going, knock the rest of the shit down. But yeah, no, good artist, great producer, you're gonna do some. Great producer, average artist, you can still do some. You just might need a little bit of money behind you.
Yeah, that makes sense. That definitely makes sense.
Yeah. Hey, what do you think about Rolling Loud? Have you been to any?
Nah, I've never been to a Rolling Loud concert, but
For
I have
Wow.
friends that have performed at Rolling Loud.
Oh,
Like Swag Hollywood, he opened up on one of the sets and shit like that. Famous Kid Brick, he did some Rolling Loud shit. My man Cheeks, he performed the You Dig record with Young Thug on Rolling Loud stage. Different things like that. I've never been. I've always been working. That's another thing. I don't ever really go out. Like
I was gonna ask you want to go to shows in general?
not anymore. I used to. Just because like I'm like I don't like saying I'm a big deal, but if I go outside, 9 times out of 10, everybody and their mom. If I go to a rap show, everybody there is gonna know me. You know what I'm saying? People are gonna come up to me, want to talk to me, and I don't want to talk to everybody. I don't want to be a dick. I just want to enjoy my night. You know what I'm saying? Because when I'm outside of the studio, I'm not able. You know what I'm saying? I'm Aaron. I'm myself, and I don't know. I just feel really bothered and shit like that. So I'm not one to go to shows anymore. I'll show my support and everything. Like I'll post about you and say, "Yo, go to the show, cop tickets." You know what I'm saying? Like all that other stuff. I'll show every single ounce of support. I just don't really go to shows anymore unless it's like a big deal. Then I'll pop out and be like, "Yo, my man Jimbo, we got A&Rs to the show." I'll go out, introduce myself, be like, "Hey, this is my guy." You know what I'm saying? Like you guys know me. This is my guy.
Yeah.
And try to get you some back end through them. And then but nah, I don't really go out, bro, anymore. Shit's kind of crazy. So I try to avoid going out.
Yeah, that makes sense, man.
Yeah.
So somebody here in the comments was asking, where do you think rap is going in the next 5 years?
Well, music changes every 7 years. That's scientific fact. Everything changes every 7 years. So music, I feel like music is already changing.
Do you think we're in the middle of it right now?
Well, like that Old Town Road song.
Yeah, that was like the record that kind of pushed everything to start changing. You know what I'm saying? Like Old Town Road was the biggest record of 2010 to 2020. You know what I'm saying? Like it went diamond how many times? Or just one? Just one?
A ton, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, that shit was
That
the
thing was
biggest record
crazy.
of its time. You know what I'm saying? Like even Cardi B didn't do that, and Cardi B's Bodak Yellow went diamond.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what the fuck they got going on with him, but whoever produced that record is eating big time, by the way. But yeah, I really don't know where I see music going in 5 years. I'm gonna be honest. I think it's gonna circle back. I think it's gonna become more about lyrics and everything this time, and I think R&B is gonna really make a comeback. Because of like LMA, Summer Walker.
Oh yeah.
Like
Summer
I'm gonna
Walker's
be
fire.
honest with you. I think R&B is really about to be the big genre again. That's what I'm gonna be honest. I don't think it's gonna be rap anymore. I think it's gonna be R&B.
Yeah, Justin Bieber, that Yummy song just sounded like a Chris Brown song.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm good with that record. I'm so good on that record, bro. Whoever engineered that, bro, I respect, my guy. Yo, like I could not sit there and engineer yummy, like listening to that shit for 12 hours. I could not do that. So whoever engineered that, my man, props to you. But yeah, no, like I said, I don't think rap music is gonna be the top genre anymore. Like they say, rap is the new rock and roll, and that's great. But I'm gonna be honest, I think R&B is gonna be the top genre in the next few years. Because like I said, _May came out and she did the boot up joint. Everybody was playing that song. I hated it.
Yeah.
Like after hearing it on
I
the
was even
radio.
playing that song. I would get my girl in the car and be like, "We're listening to this."
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's gonna be R&B that's gonna be the top genre in the next couple of years. Rap will still be rap. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest. I think rap is gonna make a change. It's not gonna be auto tune anymore. I think it's gonna be back to the whole actual. You have to be able to rap pretty soon.
Oh yeah, you don't like Travis Scott's auto tune?
No, I love Travis Scott's music.
Yeah.
But I think it's just I think the culture is gonna start shifting, and as we get older, you know what I'm saying, all these newer guys are going to be like, yo, I'm not really fucking with that. And there's going to be somebody that's wanting to change that grew up listening to so-and-so, and they're going to make a big record, and then they're going to change. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But I feel like I said, R&B will be the next top genre, and then rap is obviously going to change. I don't think there's going to be much auto-tune anymore because, like 4 years ago, people were screaming on their ad-libs, and then now every ad-lib is calm. You know what I'm saying? If you listen to it. Like, and then Roddy's not using much auto-tune on his album. You know what I'm saying?
Singing.
Yeah, he has auto-tune. He has auto-tune, obviously, but it's not as heavy as like Gunna, Lil Baby, and shit like that. Like, and he had the #1 album. So what does that tell you? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people are starting to gravitate towards more responsive music and not just dumbed down, let's do drugs and get drunk music. You know what I'm saying? Like, and no disrespect to Lil Baby and Gunna and all them. I've worked with them. You know what I'm saying? They're great people. But as far as like actual music, I'm gonna be honest, I think rap is gonna start making a turn for like more substance. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's gonna change in the next few years. I think that's gonna start happening. And then R&B is gonna take over.
Yeah, I always like Future, even when he wasn't big.
Yeah, Future was cool.
Yeah.
I don't really like Future's music now. After his engineer died, once Seth died, it was kind of his sound started changing, and I don't really fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? Like now it's just kind of dumbed down, washed out. Like, he had something special with Seth, and then when Seth died, it was like, damn. I think it broke Future, to be honest with you, because that was his engineer, like, who he started with and he became famous with. So Seth really knew Future. You know what I'm saying? And he was able to come up with something special. And then when he died, it lost its way for me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, just can't gravitate towards Future anymore.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know.
It's like the bars and like the singing. It's like what made him. That's why I like. Like I just saw something that said Moneybagg Yo is gonna try to do like some like R&B kind of like album.
I hope he doesn't.
On his new album, I think he had a song with Summer Walker, and it wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
yeah.
I haven't listened to the whole album. I listened to the first record, and then because I was on a plane, and like after that, I was like, all right, I don't want to listen to Moneybagg no more. Yeah. Like, and it's no disrespect to Moneybagg. I just have to really sit down and digest his album.
Yeah.
Because I've never listened to him before. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to make a statement on him and just be like, oh, he's trash, or I don't fuck with his music, because you never know. You know what I'm saying? You never know what you're gonna like. And I just haven't had that time and energy to really just sit down and divulge into a new artist like that. So the first record I heard, he sounds crazy on. Like, it sounds amazing. The first record of the album. So like, if he's trying to do R&B and he can't sing, I don't think he should. I think he should just stick in his lane, because he's crazy at what he does. Like, I really enjoyed the first song, but then after that, I was like, all right, this is too ratchet for me. I gotta listen to some calm shit, because I was flying Spirit, and like it was a smooth flight, but you know what I'm saying.
Someone booked you the wrong one though.
Yeah, shout out my man Jason for that one. But nah, it was like, I don't know, man. Moneybagg is crazy to me. I really like the first song on the album though. So if the whole album is like that, I think he has a classic album too, to be honest with you.
I liked it. I think it was #2.
Word? It went
on
#2?
iTunes. I think it was on iTunes. Yeah.
Damn, I'm under a rock then. That's crazy. Buddy is fired in.
It was #1 for a short period of time, I think.
Probably when it just
really
came
short.
out.
Oh, shit. And I need to go listen to that. Shout out Moneybagg. Damn.
With your thoughts on the way music's going to be changing, or is currently in the mix of changing right now, how do you feel that affects engineers, producers, and things like that? Do you think everyone needs to be forward-facing and thinking about all that stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. I have a firm belief in let me just stop right there real quick. Let me say this one quote. A guy that I really pay attention to and learn a lot from, my man Jason Joshua. He's taught me a lot. You know what I'm saying? He teaches me a lot. He's taught me a lot of the shit that I know. One quote that he said to me that was like really inspirational, and then he ended up putting it in his Mix with the Masters ceremony. It was, you can't make modern music without using modern tools. So a lot of the older engineers, you're about to get tossed to the side. I'll be honest with you, because there's engineers like me that can get the exact same sound that you got in an hour when it took you 12 mixing it on a console. I got it in an hour. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's newer shit that's being done. You know what I'm saying? So now with the newer sound, they're not going to be able to gravitate towards that, because a lot of the newer sound is digital and done in the box and Pro Tools and the computer and shit. So all these other engineers need to understand, like, hey, I got to use these modern tools and figure out this modern sound. And if not, then, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to get lost in the wave and I'm going to fall behind. It's literally it. I don't really understand how to explain it any better than that. But I think all the engineers need to start paying attention to where everything is going and figure out how to get there before the other engineer does. Because once you figure that out, you're going to be on top. And I think that's also what set me apart from a lot of engineers out here. Like, I have developed a sound that a lot of people want out here, and because it's new, it's different. A lot of the engineers out here do the same shit, like phone effects on the ad-libs and all the boring shit. You know what I'm saying? And when I hear a song, I want to try to create a sound for every single song and try to make it different and expose them to a new sound and change the culture. So I feel like if you're not trying to adjust and move to the new culture, you're going to get left behind. So every engineer should be paying attention to the new sounds and shit like that.
Without a doubt. Yeah, it's really just simply put, just staying ahead of the curve.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, things are changing. You got to change with it.
Exactly. You
Right.
can't just stay the same forever.
Do you think X and like Juice WRLD, do you think they changed the sound?
Absolutely.
R.I.P.
Yeah. You saw the new Eminem song with Juice WRLD?
I'm gonna be honest. I will not listen to that album.
No?
No, sir.
It came out of the blue.
I seen it. I was on the way home from the studio and somebody sent it to me and was like, "Bro, it just dropped." I said, "Fuck that album." I was like, "Cause Eminem is a god in my eyes." You know what I'm saying?
I know.
I'm gonna be honest with you, not because he can rap crazy. He was one of the first white guys to break into hip hop. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, he was really one of the first white guys to go mainstream and be as relevant as he fucking was.
I remember seeing him on MTV when I was little.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, a lot of people don't understand the impact he had on the culture. Like, to somebody like me who grew up in the hood, you know what I'm saying, from like the same type of city and shit like that as him, it's crazy to see somebody of that magnitude, somebody just like me who made it to be crazy famous, you know what I'm saying, and stay on top as long as he did. So when the last album dropped, what was the 𝐂𝐏𝐑𝐈𝐆𝐇𝐓 shit?
Yeah.
When I listened to that shit, I was like, oh my God, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you had bars, but it was just like, you're trying too hard now.
Yeah.
And it was just like, all right, I will not listen to another project he puts out until everybody and their mom is like, okay, this is it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I will not listen to that album. I seen the features. I looked up the album. Like, I seen he has Young M.A., Juice WRLD.
I only heard that one song, the Godzilla song. That's the only. It was pretty good.
It was good?
Yeah, I thought it was
I
pretty
listened
good.
to it. I can't really say
I don't know. I might just be.
You listen to the whole album?
I'm an Eminem
No,
fan.
okay.
Like, I like the one with like D12 and the fucking Chihuahua and everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like.
Okay. But yeah, nah, I don't know, man. I'm kind of scared to listen to the album. And it's not like I'm scared in a bad way. It's just, I'm scared to look at somebody I once viewed as a god.
In a different way.
Yeah, and then him not sound like himself. Because now it sounds like he's just really just putting out music to put music out. Like, it's not quality. So it's just like, all right, bro.
I look at Eminem now as like more of a caricature of himself.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
I
you're
mean-
just like a mannequin at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you're an image of what you once were. And
Yeah.
it's just like, damn. Like, when MGK bodied him, I was like, okay,
Yeah,
bro.
I thought he bought him too.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah,
He said,
100%.
you're not getting better with time, Eminem. It's okay. Put down the pen. Okay. My man. You know what I'm saying? I had to give him props. He was the only artist that actually ever went up against him and actually survived. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got bigger off of that. Like, when Ja Rule went up against him, didn't even have to diss Ja Rule. Like, that's the funniest shit. He literally said, like, what, 4 lines on an intro, and then it was 50, and then the rest was, like, Obi Trice and shit, and then DMX hopped on a song and dissed Ja Rule. Like, yo, my man, Eminem didn't have to say shit to you, bro, and you still got bodied. Like, when M went at MGK, I was like, all right, M actually made a diss track. MGK must have said some shit. And then when MGK came out with his response, was like, it took you 6 years and a surprise album to come with a diss. I was like, damn, bro, you got a point, M.
He pulled him out the woodwork. So
Yeah,
that's
you know what I'm
he
saying?
did.
So
He
it was
drew him
just,
out.
it was just like, I don't know, bro. Like, when I heard that, I was just like, damn, M ain't the same no more. Because if it was the 2000s Eminem, oh, he would have been MGK would have been done. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. I just won't listen to that album. I refuse until everybody is like, this is that last Eminem album that's fire. I'm not touching it because I want Eminem to stay Eminem in my head as long as he can.
I mean, it's number 1 on Apple Music right now.
Man,
It is?
fuck that
I
album,
gotta
bro.
listen to it.
I'm not
I'll
listening to that
I'll let
album,
you
bro.
know. We'll
Yeah, let me know,
Drop it
please.
in the
Let me,
comments.
let me
Well,
know.
that's gonna be one of the next things we talk about next Saturday. So
Oh shit.
He's literally number 1 right now.
Yeah, he's number 1. Roddy's number 3 now.
Dang.
Yeah,
He
damn.
came out of nowhere
I
with
got,
that.
I got glass in my finger now, bro. Thanks.
Wow.
I'm just playing with you, bro.
oh man.
But
yeah,
nah, that's crazy.
we're gonna be all like having to listen to it because I normally wouldn't listen to Eminem at
Yeah.
this point in time. I
Yeah.
listened to Eminem when I was younger,
Yep.
in the heyday of everything, but now it's just like not
I'm
even
good,
checking
bro.
for it at all. Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
nah,
I
once-
recognize how great he is and this, that,
Yeah,
and the
absolutely.
third, but it's just not what I'm checking for at all right now. You know, so
absolutely, yeah. Nah,
if it
he's
wasn't for talking about it next week, I wouldn't even listen to it at all.
Yeah.
Now I got to go on that full deep dive. and
yeah,
listen to it.
absolutely, bro. Nah,
Listen to everything.
him is an amazing guy. You know what I'm saying? Like you can tell he like got some character to him. You know what I'm saying? And he's just you can tell he's a genuine person. Like when he says what he says, he just literally in one of the old records, he I forget the exact line. He said, "I just say what you guys say in private, but don't have the balls to say in public." You know what I'm saying? Like when he said that shit, I felt that shit. I was like, yeah, facts. You really saying the shit that you like we want to say but won't say.
Especially
and-
in this time.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I respect him and everything like that. He's a god to me. But when it comes down to the new shit, I'm just like, damn, M, chill, bro. Like you made your money, bro. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your money. Spend time with your kids. You know what I'm saying? Fuck this rap shit, bro. You don't need it. Like Eminem's fucking net worth was like what 500 million last time I checked.
Something
Like,
so crazy.
dog, 500 million. You know what the fuck I would do with 500 million? Absolutely shit. Be sitting in my house just chilling, bro. Like you got me fucked up. He's
Feed
over here
up.
trying to make albums and shit, man. No, I'm good, bro. Like you either going broke, bro, or you just really have a passion for it. And I'm gonna be honest, I think he just has a passion for it,
Yeah.
but he just needs to cool it.
100%.
Yeah, he just needs to cool it.
I would love to see him just like change up the flow. The flow's the same.
Yeah.
On everything right now.
Yeah.
Everything right now. If the flow switched up.
Yeah,
I'd be
that
like,
was the
okay,
main
that's
reason
cool.
why I turned Kamikaze off after like the 4th song. It was like, all right, this sounds the same.
Yeah.
Like it's literally the same fucking song
The
over a different
cadence,
beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His production is crazy. Every album, the production is disgusting. But I don't know, bro. I won't touch this new album, bro. I'm not gonna be honest with you. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not touching the album. I don't know why I said I'm not gonna be honest with you.
That's all right. When you listen to music and everything, is that is being an engineer? Is that something you really key into in the first place? Or can you listen to an album like when X was first dropping? It was all like oversaturated. Everything sounded crazy.
Yeah.
Clearly, it wasn't engineered properly
Yeah.
as you normally would, right?
I'm gonna be honest. I gotta shout out my homie Nick, bro. This motherfucker, if his music career don't ever work out, this motherfucker needs to become an A&R. Like he has literally put me on to every single artist that is now famous, like X, Juice World, Little Tekka. Like I'm telling you, he has called it every single time. He's like, he's gonna be famous. Like he put me on the Rod Wave.
Oh, wow.
Like yeah, he was like, yo, he's gonna blow up. I'm like no, he's not. He can't. No, he's all right. He ain't got the look. He gonna be all right. And then I met Rod, and I was like, oh shit, Rod's gonna be famous. You know what I'm saying? He just had that factor.
Sings hard, bro.
Yeah, and
Sing.
then like 2 years later, here he is. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy shit. But yeah, nah. Nick put me on to like X and Juice World, and then I listened to. Matter of fact, he also put me on to Post Malone.
Post Malone.
Yeah, he put me on to Post before Post had the White Iverson record,
Oh wow.
And I
What
was like-
before the White Iverson. I don't even know.
like country records and shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like it was like nah, he's fucking trash. Like get the fuck out of here. He's trash. Like he has like a video. He showed it to me. It was like Post like he's weird looking. Like I'll have him send it to you.
Is it the shorts? Is it the
I
one in
think
the
so.
shorts?
Yeah, I think so.
No.
Yeah,
No, he
I
made
think
a
so.
fool of himself.
Yeah, but I was like, nah, bro. Like, I don't know what the fuck you seeing him. He's like, no, trust me. And then out of nowhere, he's like, yo, you remember the guy I told you about? I was like, yeah, what about him? He's like, yo, he blew up. It's like, bullshit. And then he shows me White Iverson. I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, kid's famous now. And then now Post Malone's one of the biggest artists of our generation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
He's
it's
up
like,
there with Drake and
yeah.
Billie Eilish.
Yeah, he had that crazy record with 21 Savage, Rockstar. Like, that was one of the most anticipated
That was
records
huge.
of the year.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, he put me on to so many people. And then when I heard X at first, I was like, oh my God, what the fuck? Turn this shit off. Like, and it wasn't because it was bad. It was just terribly engineered.
Yeah.
Like, I could not listen to it.
I remember
And-
saying damn near the same thing to him when he first showed me X. I was like,
I
what
showed
the fuck is
I
this?
showed him X and 6ix9ine and
Yeah, yo, he showed me 6ix9ine too. And that's the only artist I agree that was gonna blow up just because of how he looked. I was like, yo, this motherfucker looks corny. I'm like, yo, he's gonna blow up though. He talking some gangster shit, he's wearing fucking rainbow. Yeah, it was. Keyword was. Yeah.
Shaking his head.
Yeah.
Can't fuck with that.
You know what's crazy? His baby moms hit me up and was like, yo, when Daniel gets out of prison, we need you to engineer for him. Nobody else will. Neither am I. Sorry, baby. Can't do it.
The day you engineer 6ix9ine, I'm not coming to the studio.
Yeah, you don't have to, bro. I wouldn't make you. I wouldn't make you, bro. I'm going to be honest with you.
I'll be in the lobby.
Yeah, you could be in the lobby just, ain't no bitch. Yeah. But
nah, but he was 10 for 10, bro.
Yeah, he was hard. I'm not gonna cap.
He did it, bro.
Whoever was handling his formula and was like, yo, this is how you need to do it. Yo, every artist needs that person.
Yeah, he bridged that gap. He did the Spanish and the hip hop.
Not gonna lie, like I was a fan.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even gonna cap. Like, and then when I found out what he was doing, I'm like, damn, like, fuck, bro.
Yeah,
like I can't fuck with you now, bro. Like, because I come from the streets, you know what I'm saying? So like I know the type of shit that goes on, and I'm just like, I would never, you know what I'm saying, ever in my life. Like I've been in position, like matter of fact, that's another thing. Like a lot of people look at me and think like I'm like an innocent guy. Like when I was growing up, I was facing 15 years in prison. You know what I'm saying? Like I still have the photo like where they offered me a plea deal to take 15 years. And like I ended up getting probation because I stayed silent and everybody else stayed silent. We all got probation. You know what I'm saying? Then I have friends that took 4 to 8 years for me. You know what I'm saying? He just got out of prison. You know what I'm saying? He got 8 years of probation, did 4 years in prison. So it's just like I can't co-sign a rat. You know what I'm saying? And no disrespect to anybody who like tells the truth and shit like that, because not everybody's built for prison, and he's not. You know what I'm saying? But me on the other hand, I know what I can do, and I know, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. So I just can't co-sign that. So after so long and hearing that he was a rat, he was a snitch, I was like, damn, I can't rock with that, bro. Like, and your music was crazy. Like, I really rocked with the music. Like, I listened to the whole fucking album back to back.
He got everybody.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He had everybody.
Everybody.
And the craziest shit, bro, he turned out to be a rat. And I'm just like, that's crazy. My man, it's all right, bro. It's all right.
I know.
It's all right,
It's the
bro.
money, bro. It's the money that he had everybody with the money.
Yeah. I'm gonna be real with you. He's gonna get out there. Now, mark my fucking words. He's gonna get out and become again one of the top artists. I put bread on it. I'm telling you right now, like I'm 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have to be sitting in that lobby, my man. Because I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I might have to engineer for him.
Yeah, even WAC 100 said it.
I'll be in the lobby.
Yeah, you have to sit in the lobby, bro. Because now, if you really think about it, he's gonna. I'll be in the car. But yo, think about it. Like seriously, there's so much shit surrounding him right now. Like he's in fucking jail, and everybody when they went live on his page, he had over 100,000 people on his live, and he's in prison. 100,000 people. There's no artist pulling that type of numbers on their live right now.
Tell you what, he's hating on TikTok too right now.
He's hating?
What'd I say? He's gonna become one of the biggest artists. It's the same thing with Melly. When Melly gets out, Melly's going platinum. Guarantee it.
Now Melly, I can fuck with that. I can fuck with that. You bring Melly in, I'm in there all day.
I mean, I could probably bring Melly in.
You know, please do that.
Yeah, free Melly.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be like you with Arsenal.
You think Melly's gonna get out soon?
Oh, absolutely. It's already been confirmed.
Yeah.
Yeah. They haven't found the DNA in the car. They had to announce it because like you can only hold somebody for so long. And then one thing, I'm not sure. Have you guys ever been arrested or anything like that or not?
Yeah.
We won't talk about it. But one of the things that I can talk about from experience, when I got arrested with this kid named Casey, we were co-defendants. At that point, the moment you guys get arrested together, you become co-defendants. And they have to put you in the same cell. You know what I'm saying? They can't take you and separate you. They're not allowed to do that. Right? Yeah, you are co-defendants. You have to be placed in the same cell together. Like, well, down in the state of Florida. That's what I know. Because when I got arrested, they put us in the same cell until I beat the shit out of him. Because he set me up. It was on some bullshit. And then he tried to play like he wasn't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he didn't do it. But I'm not stupid. I read the signs, you know what I'm saying? And the cops told me. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, they're like, yo, I don't know why you staying silent, bro. He over there singing his ass off. And next thing you know, like we get put into a holding cell, and then he's in a blue jumpsuit, which is going to AdSeg, like type shit. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm in fucking orange. I'm going to Gym Pop. So I'm like, yo, bitch, wait a minute. The fuck you mean you going over there and you getting put into fucking private housing? Hold on, bitch. You know what I'm saying? And like shit like that. I'm like, damn, they were supposed to put us in the same cell. Why is he going over there? And then they're ratting. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, damn, this is crazy. So when they put Melly and his homie into 2 separate like pods, but they're both in Gen Pop, it was just because they're trying to get them to rat on each other. They're keeping them separate so they can't talk about, hey, they question me about this. They question me about this. They're separating them. You know what I'm saying? That way they can flip on one another. That's literally what they were doing. I guarantee it happened to my brother too.
Dang.
Yeah, with your co-defendant, you're supposed to be in the same cell. So yeah, Melly's getting out. Melly's been getting out. I'm gonna be real with you. Like
I've been watching all this stuff.
they had no evidence. I'm gonna be honest. Oh, we have DNA, and then now they have to disclose the DNA that they have. It's in what's that shit called?
They've got like these things called string theories showing where the bullets go and stuff like that, and they can't really prove that he did any of it.
Yeah, and then discovery. That's what it's called. Like whenever they the state finds like evidence, and then the defendants want to see the evidence, they have to file for discovery, which means they have to put all the evidence into like paperwork and shit like that, show us all the evidence that they have against us. When Melly's attorney apparently filed for discovery, there was no DNA that they found that they said they could link them with. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? Like once they say, oh, we have DNA, now there's no DNA. Come on, bro. He's getting out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It ain't gonna be long. And if he gets jail time, he'll probably get time served. Saying he's been in there almost 2 years now.
Yeah, it was a long
something crazy like that.
I haven't seen him forever, man.
Yeah, exactly. He's gonna get time served. I guarantee it.
Yeah, I went to Rolling Loud and I thought I was gonna see him, and then
yeah, nah, he's
everybody wanted to see him, and then who came out? It was man, he looks damn near like him. Fucking man, I can't remember his name right now.
Is he cool with him?
He's from like I think he's from like LA.
Did you used to hang with him or something?
Yeah, he'd always be like on No Jumper and shit. I think they did a song together. I think he has like a
Lil TJ.
Nah,
No.
Is it Jay Green?
Have you heard of Tyler Yahweh?
Yeah.
Fire.
My man Vori loves him, bro. Like Vori put me on to him.
He's fire.
Yeah.
A buddy of mine did all the set design for one of his music videos
Young
recently.
Bands.
You know what's crazy?
Young Bands.
You know what's crazy?
Bro.
So I got plugged in with the people who manage Young Bands.
Yeah.
Streamcut. They work with him, like as far as like his internet joints and shit like that.
Yeah.
So when I went to Atlanta, that was crazy. I got plugged in with them, and they were like, "Yeah, we work with Young Bands and all that shit. Like, we'll get you right." Da 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 da. So now I'm mixing for Streamcut and shit like that. They offered me to mix for Young Bands just recently.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Young Bands
hopefully.
was fire,
Yeah,
bro. His
hopefully.
album was fire, bro.
Hopefully that shit comes through, because if it does, that'll be a good look. Damn, little TJ, he's fire though. And then Tyler, yo, he's hard.
Hard.
Yeah. No, like I said, my man
looks like he could be Wiz's son or like
Yeah.
cousin or something.
Bro,
crazy.
he's so fire. My man Vori put me on him. He was like, "Yo, you need to mix for this kid."
I seen him when he wasn't even big in like Orlando.
Yeah, bro,
Well,
he's
managed
so
by
fire.
Post Malone's manager. Right
Yeah,
now as
and the
well.
same thing
He's
with
on
Vori.
tour with them.
Yeah, same thing with Vori. They're under the same management. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
wow.
how Vori ended up meeting him. And like what's crazy is how I met Vori. Like, and Vori writes for like Drake and all that shit. Like if you type in Drake and you type in Vori, like all of Drake's albums pop up. Like he's on the credit
Whoa.
listing. Yeah, like Vori is
Wow.
disgusting. Like that's a guy you need to listen to. I put you on. Just know that.
Okay.
I put you on. Yeah, Vory. So yeah, the cool thing about Vori is I went out to LA to work with this girl named Hannah Mons, and I'm staying with my homie JG, and she calls me. She's like, "Yo, I'm going to the studio," and I'm like, "All right, cool. I'll meet you there." Now keep in mind, I'm out in LA, supposed to work with her, but I also went out for a job interview. All right, to work with this one studio called Wyman. And I show up at the studio, and they're like, "Yo, Post Malone's people booked out the studio for 6 months. Like, you're not going to be able to get in." I'm like, all right, well, fuck, dude. You know what I'm saying? At that point, I'm just like, well, I'll just go home. And, like, by the way, I hate LA. Every time I go there, I hate it. Like, I fucking hate LA. And
I pulled up in LA once. I was not happy.
Yeah, bro. Like, I felt like LA was trash. Like,
just
I'm
stepping
be
out of LAX, you're like, what is this?
Yeah, like, I love New York. I love Atlanta, everything. But I hate LA. I cannot stand it. But getting off topic. So, yeah, I go out to LA and shit. I go and show up to the studio. They're like, "Yo, he booked it out for 6 months. You're not gonna be able to get in." So I'm like, all right, well, fuck it, dude. You know what I'm saying? I'll just go home. I get a phone call from Hannah that night. She's like, "Hey, pull up to the studio. I'm here working." And I'm like, all right, cool. It's my last night in LA. I'm like, all right, cool. I pull up, boom. I go up to the door. I'm like, damn, this shit looks familiar. It's been like a week since I've been there. So I'm like, what the fuck? I knock on the door. They're like, who is it? Da-da-da-da. On the intercom, I tell them my name, who I'm there for. They're like, all right, cool, come on in. Boom, they buzz me in. I'm looking, I'm like, damn. This shit look mad familiar. Like, I feel like I've been here already. I walk in, I see the studio. I'm like, ain't this a bitch? I was supposed to be working here. Now I'm in here working. Yeah, and then I meet Vori, and it was the craziest shit. Vori is like this mad aggressive dude in his albums and shit, but he sings too. So, like, he raps and sings, and there's a record that he cut called 922, And it's basically like him talking about his homies will shoot you and clap you and all types of shit. But then when he gets up, he's like, "Hey, brother, how are you doing today?" Like, he's such a teddy bear, bro. He's mad cool, though, bro. Like, but then, like, me and Bori, we're not talking right now because one of my clients kind of fucked that relationship up. But
Damn.
Yeah, damn.
Hopefully
right.
that gets
Yeah, me and
fixed
Bori.
up.
I mean, I texted Bori the other day. He's cool with it. He's, you know what I'm saying? It's just kind of a sour taste in his mouth because I kind of presented a client to him and they kind of backed out and they kind of fucked shit up.
should have happened, but you
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's just a little pissed off at me that I would bring them to him and then not collect money up front. You know what I'm saying? But I figured it's whatever. But now, yeah, he's cool people, and he was the one that put me on to Tyler. He was just like, "Yo, this kid is hard." I'm like, "Man, all right." And then Tyler put me on to Landstrip Chip, and that's a new artist you need to look for. He got a record with Lil Baby called Thumb. That shit is so hard. Yeah, like Thumb.
Yeah.
Like Thumb through the paper. He's so hard. And what's crazy is, so my man Jason Daxon, the one that lives in Atlanta, the one that I went out to Atlanta to work with recently, works with Landstrip now. So it's like everything is coming full circle. Everybody knows everybody. So it's just like, holy shit, this is crazy. But yeah, nah, Tyler is fire. Last song I heard from him, like I haven't heard any of his new shit, but the one song I heard was Adderall.
Adderall. I don't know if I heard that one.
Yeah, it's on his album. That shit was hard.
His album's out?
Yeah, the old one.
yeah.
I missed it.
Yeah,
I
it's
messed
out.
up.
Yeah.
My bad.
That's
My fault.
Yeah, he went out and like he was performing like Rolling Loud.
Yeah.
He's on tour with Post.
Yeah.
He was doing the vlogs.
Yeah, he's hard, bro. He's fire.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. There's something about all these little dudes that's just special. Like Landstrip, he's funny, bro. He's funny.
Landstrip.
Yeah, he's funny, dog. Like just some shit he be saying is just funny. Like I'm not finna say a lot, but he funny. Like we just finna say that.
For when you get to actually meet him, you'll figure it out.
Yeah,
Or-
like some of the shit that like has been said over the phone. Like when I called Jason, like he was in the room and I can't say what he said because it's like, one, it's offensive, but it was like, yo, I can't believe you just said that shit, bro. Like what the fuck? And like it was funny. Like when he said it was funny, but then when you think about it, it's like, yo, what the fuck, bro? Like I can't believe you really just said that shit.
Damn, bro. Hey, what do you think about Kanye's new way, new
Jesus is king. Jesus
What-
is born.
What do you think about the gospel Kanye?
You're a
I-
good Christian.
I think he's found something special in life. I'm just gonna say that. Cause I don't know, bro. I don't want to offend anybody. But I'm not really a firm believer in God. You know what I'm saying? I believe there's something out there. But like, I don't know, bro. Whenever I was down on my dick, God didn't help me. You know what I'm saying? I had to help myself. So I kind of lost my faith. But for somebody to find something and really believe in it, like all respect to him. I don't know if I can support it, you know what I'm saying? But all respect to him. His new album was kind of fire. I have a homie that's on there. She's part of June's Diary.
Which
Ashley.
album?
The new gospel one.
The
Jesus is born
Sunday
one, the
choir?
brand new one.
Yeah, I think so.
one?
She's in like. Do you know? Look up on her. Look on Ashley's page,
Mhm.
and see what part she's on. Ashley from June's Diary.
I had that album playing back to back.
I want to go see that shit in IMAX.
Back.
That shit in IMAX.
No, but you're talking about Jesus is king.
Well, no. Well, I'm just talking about like
This
in
album.
general. Like
Yeah, Jesus is King. She's on there. She's on the credit
Okay.
listing. I think it's the Sunday service. Yeah, because she's right. Ashley Williams. She's right there. She
Oh,
was.
wow.
Yeah, she was on the actual album, and that's what's crazy is it's like obviously I'll support it because the homies are on there and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But other than that, like I really just didn't listen to it. To be honest with you, I just never
fair.
listened to it.
It's really not for everybody, you know. It's like a straight Christian rap and then the whole gospel album, so it's clearly not for everybody.
I don't even know if it's like rap at all. It's just more like
I probably wouldn't consider it rap, especially because
Yeah.
Kanye used to rap.
yeah,
But-
it's kind of more just like a ambiance. It's like big
Yeah.
and like choir and just like
Well, that's
bold.
fire. Well, that's
Yeah.
fire. If it's crazy, it's fire. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I just never listened to it, to be honest with you, because I was never been a firm believer in God. I mean, that's changing now. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, like I got people around me that are like, yo, like count your blessings type of shit. And like, obviously it's changing. And like people around me, like whenever like his sister will come to the studio, if we eat, Like before we eat, we have to say grace. Like I can't touch my food. Like she gets pissed off. Like she slaps me and all types of shit. Like yeah, she be mad as fuck, don't she? She be getting mad as shit.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say too much.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to
He's
get in
not trying
trouble.
to get slapped.
Yeah, fuck that. Like yeah, everybody out there, stay away from her ass. But yeah, nah, she like makes me say grace and shit. I'm just like, man, I don't want to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, shit be changing. But I still don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a firm believer, but
Yeah,
should be cool.
Yeah, to each his own.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Hey, what do you think? What do you think about like labels and stuff? You think everybody needs it?
Nah.
Like,
Nah.
You seen like that new like United Masters? Like,
Yeah.
they even just came out with like a playlist right now.
Yeah.
The baseline, it's like
yeah.
with the NBA, like the players pick it and then people submit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cool thing, like I know a lot of people that use the United Masters and like that are involved with them. They say they're great.
Yeah.
I've never dealt with them, so I can't give an opinion on them. But a lot of the people that I do know that deal with them, they say they're like a great company to deal with. But as far as labels, not everybody needs a label. Sometimes like there's just an artist that doesn't have the money but has everything. You know what I'm saying? And the only way to get you in the industry is to take a label deal. You know what I'm saying? And get you invested in and get somebody that will put money behind you. Because if you're trying to be like a Chris Brown, you need a label. I'm just gonna keep it honest with you. You need a label because at the end of the day, X signed a deal. What's his name? Juice WRLD signed a deal. You know what I'm saying? Everybody signs a deal. At the end of the day, everybody signs a deal. I don't care what nobody says.
signed a deal.
Chance signed a deal. Don't let him lie to you.
There's different deals. Distribution
don't-
deals
yeah.
and stuff like that.
Distribution,
Yeah.
publishing, third-party deals, like where you have your own company, but you sign to a label through that company, and then that company handles everything for you, but you're technically still independent. Like, bro, Justice League, you know Chance, the rapper, stole a beat from Justice League, right?
Oh, for real?
Yeah, like they
Never
talk
knew
about it every day.
Whoa.
Like, yeah, Rook from Tampa, bro. Well, he's from New York, but he lives down here now. But every day, bro, like if you have him on Facebook, like every day you're gonna see a post about Chance.
Fuck.
Like, yeah, he hates Chance, bro. Like,
Wow.
yeah, Chance owes them a lot of money. But yeah, and then he talks about how he's independent and shit like that. And it's like, you're not independent, bro. You have a label backing. Like, it's same thing with Russ. Like when Russ is like, oh, I mix all
Same.
my own shit.
Yeah.
Wait a
Nah.
minute. You do not.
Yeah.
Jason mixes your shit. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit's all cap, bro. But nah, a lot of artists need deals. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's some that don't, that just become famous. Like T Grizzly, he became famous off of just
Yeah,
his record.
that-
You know what I'm
that
saying?
one
And then
song,
he
yeah.
opened up his own label and shit. But he had mad industry people behind him already. Like Helluva, his aunt was already in the industry. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they guided him the right way. So he didn't necessarily need a label. You know what I'm saying? And then he started making money off of that record anyway. So now he has money to fund his own career. But unless you have a breakout hit, you're going to need a label, just to be real with you. So that way you can get the funding behind you, the resources, and then the network. That's all you need.
Yeah. And even if you just start to put your own money behind things, like you could just go on Facebook, Instagram, run ads.
Exactly.
You got a song and you really believe in it, put $100 on an ad.
Exactly.
Let that
A lot of
shit
people
go
don't think
somewhere.
about that. And then
Yeah.
that's another thing that I want to talk about. Artists think that paying for promotion is like paying for fake clicks. It's like, no.
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? Like they don't understand. Like I said, they think music business is just music. They don't think that it's a business. Like, do you really think, like, all right, for instance, Bombay, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you really think they're just going to sell as many products as they do without advertising it?
Hell no, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, Mix One Essentials. You got a sign. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got the hat on. Like, we brand it. We're on, like, I'm streaming it right now to all my people. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like advertising is key to growing a business. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not willing to invest into your career and be like, yo, I'm going to put $100 into it this month. You know what I'm saying? Then what label is going to want to put money into you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's literally what I tell artists right there. Is like, all right, cool. How about we do this? I'll mix the song for free, and the money you were going to pay me, you put behind the record.
Yep.
Well, damn, I was gonna do this. No, you want me to mix it for free? Put it into the video or put it into promotion. You know what I'm saying? I'll get you a director who will direct it for free. Put it into promotion. Cause like, bro, it's so crazy. Artists just, I don't know. Artists are broke, which isn't a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Like every artist is broke. But if you're willing to spend money on studio time, spend money on advertising. Why pay to get a quality record and not do anything with it?
Yep.
I don't see no point in that. If you're not gonna do anything with it, just record at home. Put out trash.
Yep.
Like other than that, like I'm really, really cut and dry, bro. Just with artists nowadays, it's just because I don't see the need to bullshit you. So whenever they come to the studio, like I'll hit you and be like, "Yo, what are you doing with it?" Like there's artists where I'm like, "All right, fuck it, I'll just push record then," because I already know they're not gonna do nothing with it. So I'll tell them like, "Yo, I'll mix it, but I'm not gonna promote you. I'm not gonna put you on my story, especially if you're not promoting yourself." why waste my time and energy? You know what I'm saying? But like with Jimbo, I mix all his shit up front for free. You know what I'm saying? I'll record him. Obviously, I'll get paid, but I'll mix it for free. And then I just get put on the back end because I know he's going to promote it. And I know it's going to do numbers. Other than that, I'm good on that.
Yeah, aside from like having a studio, do you ever think about like maybe like signing artists or?
I actually have thought about it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about doing it, to be honest with you. I got a couple artists in mind that I want to sign. But yeah, like I'm gonna be honest, because there's a lot of shit that goes on in the industry that I'm not cool with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like seeing a lot of artists get taken advantage of, and it's just like, damn, like I get that you're a business and you want to make money, but that's not necessarily the right way to make money. You know what I'm saying? Like growing up, like I said, how I grew up in doing the shit and then getting robbed myself, it was like, eye opener. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that shit done to me, so why would I do it to somebody else? So it's like the same concept. Like why sign somebody and screw them over when that same shit could happen to me at any point in my career? I don't want that done to me. Why do that to somebody else?
Yeah.
So like there's certain artists where I'm just like, yo, like I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? I'll manage you. I'll do this. Like I thought about it. Like there's an artist, Josiah Oden. Like kid's talented, crazy talented, but he just doesn't know how to maneuver. And that's why I'm like, yo, bro, you gotta get BMI or you gotta get ASCAP, one or the other. Then you gotta get Sound Exchange. Then you gotta start getting your videos right. Then you gotta start putting a website together. You gotta build a press kit. Like you gotta start doing all this shit. And he's like, damn, I didn't know I needed to do all that. Again, there's a business side to the music industry, and once they understand that shit, artists are gonna go a whole lot further. But no, yeah, I have thought about signing a couple artists. I have a couple in mind that if I eventually gain the money to do it, like then you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't mind. But as of now, I don't have the resources to do it for them. Because with an artist, you need $100,000 minimum to break an artist. So why spend $100,000 on just one artist? I'd rather have like 3 or 4, or spend $500,000 and have all of them blow up and just increase all my money.
Yeah, and you just increase the odds too.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? 5 heads is better than 1.
Exactly. Well, hey, let's wrap this up. You want to just plug everything? Plug yourself. Let people know where to find you.
Yeah, again, everybody, you guys can find me on Instagram at AbelMixedIt, AbelMixedIt. And then you can find me on Gmail at booking@AbelMixedIt.com. That's how you guys can hit me up for mixes and everything. You guys can also hit me up through Instagram or Twitter, same thing, AbelMixedIt. Facebook, same thing, AbelMixedIt. Go ahead, Des, plug some shit in for you.
Instagram, Desert Eagle, spelled DEZ.ERT, Eagle, EAGLE.
Copy that.
That's about it, really.
Yeah, you make beats?
Yeah, I make beats.
Where you be posting the beats?
Honestly, I don't even really post the beats anymore. I haven't like been heavy into it lately because I've been, going to school for engineering and then at the studio every night. I haven't really had time to produce any beats, but I am gonna start producing beats soon. So you can look on my Instagram. I'll have all the beats there for you.
All right. Desert Eagle.
Desert Eagle.
Boom. This has been Mix One Essentials. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Abel.
Appreciate it, bro. Thank you.
Lalo. We're all here. Check out mix1essentials.com for the latest merch, the latest playlists. Tag your favorite rapper, your favorite R&B artist.
There we go.
For distribution. And listen to the latest playlist. Essentials 005 coming out shortly. Mix One Essentials. We're out of here.
Mix One Essentials.